Hello students. Students, in the previous chapter, Introduction to Trigonometry, you have studied trigonometric ratios. And in this chapter, you will be studying about some ways in which trigonometry is used in the life around you. So in this chapter, we will see how trigonometry is used for finding the heights and the distances of various objects without actually measuring them. So let's get started. But students, before start, please like and subscribe my channel. So to find out the height and the distance of any object by using the trigonometry, we should know these points: line of sight, angle of elevation, angle of depression, and trigonometric values. All these points we will discuss one by one. First, we will discuss line of sight. So when we are talking about line of sight, so we should come to know what is the meaning of that, because this word you will see again and again the questions also, in the examples also. So I have made a drawing here. One person is there on the ground level, and in front of that person one tower, or you can say any statue, is there. So line of sight means a line that is drawn between the eye of the observer to the point in the object viewed by the observer. It means the line between the observer's eyes and the object. So suppose this person is looking direct here. Okay, so this is the line of sight in this case, line of sight. So this line is parallel to the ground. So later you will know that this is also called the horizontal level. If this person is looking at the top of this statue, somewhere here, so now this is the line of sight, because the line drawn between the observer's eyes and this object. So in this case, this is the line of sight. And if I am taking the third case, the same person is looking at the bottom of this object. So now this line will become the line of sight. So the line of sight will change according to the observer. When the observer will see the object like in the up direction, in the parallel direction, or in the down direction, so line of sight will change in each and every case. Now we will discuss about angle of elevation. So what is angle of elevation? So again we will take the another case. This girl is standing on the ground. If she is observing a kite here, the kite is here. So when will be the angle of elevation will make? So this line is the horizontal level. Horizontal level means parallel to the ground. Eye level, this eye level parallel to the ground, this is the horizontal level. And this line, if I will make, so the line between the observer's eyes and the object, this line is line of sight. So this is line of sight, this is the horizontal level, and the angle between these two lines, this is the angle of elevation. So angle of elevation is the angle between the line of sight and the horizontal line. Angle of depression. So angle of depression, this person is standing on the first floor and this is the ground level. If this person is observing an object, a ball or something, on the ground, so which angle will make? So let's discuss. This line shows the horizontal level. This line is horizontal level, and this line between the observer's eyes and the object, so this line is line of sight. So this is the line of sight, this is the horizontal level. So angle between these two lines, angle between these two lines is angle of depression, angle of depression. So now this question will come in your mind, that what is the difference between elevation, angle of elevation and angle of depression, because both angles we have discussed that these angles are between the line of sight and the horizontal level. So remember students, angle of elevation will be there when the person or the observer is watching something upside, when the person is observing an object that is up to the eye level, up to the eye level, then the angle of elevation will make. And when the observer is watching down to the eye level, then angle of depression will make. So up to the horizontal level means angle of elevation, and down to the horizontal level it means angle of depression is there. So you should remember this point. So another important point I want to explain here, that you will see this type of concept, like this person is standing here in front of a tree. If we want to measure the height of the tree, then how we will measure that? So many students I have observed that they are doing mistake in this type of question. So let's discuss this. This is the height of the person, okay, and this is the height of the tree. We want to find out the height of the tree. In the question, the examiner can say that find out the height of the person, or examiner can say that find out the height of the tree. So how we will do it? So this is the height of the person. So this much, I will draw a line parallel to this person. So this height is up to here on this tree, okay. So if I will make another line, if I will draw another line to the top of this tree, so it will become a triangle. This is a triangle now. So I can say this is A, B, C triangle, and further D and E. So A and E, this is the height of the person. So if the person is looking up there on the top of the tree, so this angle, suppose it is theta. So this angle theta is, which angle it is? The theta is angle of elevation, angle of elevation. So first we will take this triangle, triangle ABC. So from triangle ABC we will find out this side BC. Then in BC we will add CD. CD is the height of this person, and BC plus CD is the height of the tree, means BD. So BD is the height of the tree. In this way we can find out the height of the tree. But in these type of questions, they will give height of the person or the distance between the person and the tree. Then they will ask find out the height of the tree or any object. So these type of questions are there in this chapter. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe my channel.